A divine greetings, family. Greetings to every one of us. Hope you are doing great today. It is another beautiful day for you and I to discuss the eternal blessed heart of Abba Yahweh Elohim. Like you know already, this is what we always do in this set apart platform in honor unto Abba Yahweh. We are here constantly to open the heart of Abba Yehovah in order for everyone to access it. Okay? Is the nature of this platform. And I love doing that. This is my life. A prosperity, a glory, blessing, riches I ever longed for. It is to know more about Abba Yehovah's heart. Okay, that's why I keep, doing studying to know more about his heart. Okay. So his name eternal be all praise. Thank you, Abba Yehovah, like you said. It's not he that wills, nor he that runs. It is you that showeth mercy. Thank you for giving me your right hand fellowship, Yahushua HaMashiach, and also for giving me your left hand fellowship, the Ruach HaKodesh. I have the double-edged sword. Hallelujah. Thank you, Abba. Ribo Shantalaba, and I love that. Yes, it is Yahuwah. This is Yahuwah. Ribo Shandalaba. Yud He Wahe Ahia Howe Ye. This is Yahuwah. Ribo Santalabo Sikeyaba. I just love him. Rima Hantalabo Sendelebo. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right, now, family, with this being said, here we are in the heavenly court room of Abba Yahuwah with this powerful message already titled for you and I, right at part 1. Wife, why are you here on earth? Nothing else but to serve your husband as Yahuwah. You are not of your own. Part 2. This is part 2. Okay. Formally, it is very, very much possible you come in contact with this part 2 and have you listened to part 1. So I encourage you to go into that in order for you to get the accuracy of this part 2. Understand it, because so much has already been said in part 1. Okay, so if you have done that already, all right, now more power for you to listen to this part 2 and also be the doer of the heart, mind of Abba Yehovah. What is his heart? And what is Abba Yehovah's mind? It is the very royal law. As you open the page, you open up his heart. As you sit down and begin to study, you are just going through the mind and heart of Abba Yehovah. And that is the nature of this segment, the very one we are into already. The Proverbs 31 woman, her husband gave her his heart. Okay? Her husband gave her his heart in order for that woman to access it and know what is written therein, in order for her to carry out her duty to work for him. To serve him. You can't help whom you don't know. I am a helper, and you are a helper. I'm helping Yahuwah. I don't know who you are helping. Okay, but I know who I help. Is Yahuwah. So if I don't study his mind, how can I help? I'm going to be a naive. I'm going to be all over the place. I'm going to fool everywhere. In fact, I'm going to mix the primary core. But if you study, as I do now, study his heart, that is why I can dig into his mind, bringing out new pages. Okay, new pages, visions. Okay, because I study his heart. I just love Abba. So right now, I want to pick it up from where we drop it yesterday, Shabbat. So we left it on the Shabbat, Proverbs 31, verses 15. We drop it over there. So I want to pick it up now from verses 16. Okay, we keep. That is why you need to listen to part 1. No need to be repeating it, because I don't have much time, as you can see. Only 47 minutes, I will be done. So no need to even refer any words over there. So if you have done that, you will know what I'm saying. If you haven't, just go and do that. So I want to start right at verse 16. Now, Again, when you go through, indeed, through the mindset of Abba Yehoah, these Proverbs, 31, you're going to see this woman use a lot of ingredients, to prepare her marriage, her marital home, her beds, rest. She puts so much spices. She really spices, She really seasoned and spiced her bed, her marital home. She's used a lot, so many aromas that when Abayewa smell it, fearful, now gave a covenant unto Noah and said, "This is your aroma. The way you prepare this for me. Okay, this is what I will not do it like this anymore. Okay, I will not do it like this anymore." That is Genesis chapter 9. In like manner, this woman of Proverbs 31 spiced her marriage so well with all kinds of ingredients that makes it so beautiful, heaven on earth. And this is what you ought to be doing, woman, for your husband, like we discussed already in part 1. So I want to pick it up now in this part 2, verses 16. All right, now let's get started. Proverbs 31, verses 16. She, like I said in part 1, every woman, okay, that knows about this Proverbs 31 always love to call herself a virtuous woman and neglect her effortry, her hard job, hard labor, busy 24 hours. Okay, has so much time she invested into this marriage that we just neglect that area. And we also have a virtuous woman. Proverbs 31 verses 10. We just put it. Listen to part 1. A virtuous woman is the woman who fear Yehovah. That is the key. And it said the fear of Yehovah, Proverbs 9 verses 10. The fear of Yehovah, do what? Wisdom is the beginning of wisdom. Okay? And knowledge about the Holy One is going to bring about understanding. So she have that knowledge. She have wisdom because she fear Yehovah. That is what the Proverbs says. She fear Yehovah, and therefore that will bring about wisdom. She's so wise. She's not foolish. Okay. Now, because she have wisdom, fearful knowledge came about. She is not naive. She have knowledge about what Abiyawa sent her for, about her calling. Why is she here on earth? She have that clue. Now, because she have that clue, fearful she not get the full understanding. Wow, this is who I am for my husband. I'm only here to work for him. Okay, that is the key to the Proverbs 31 woman mystery. No, not mystery. Ministry on earth. That is her marriage bed. So we start now. Proverbs 31 verses 16. She considereth a field, and buyeth it with the fruit of her hands. She planteth a vineyard. This one blew me off. So what field are you buying for your husband? What field? So let's put now commentary. All right now. Luke chapter 7, verses 37 through 38 or so. If you listen to part 1 already, you know this is what we always do over there. And the only woman that have this criteria, it is Mary Magdalene. Okay, I made a mistake in the part 1. I keep hearing me say aspiration. In the place I should have been saying anticipation. Twice like that. I say, what is that for? How can someone be making the mistake? You can't even you won't even realize it. As I listen to it, I said, oh wow, twice. If I want to say the author of Proverbs wrote about the wife of the biblical Messiah in anticipation, I would be saying aspiration. I don't know what was that. I'm sorry about that. I just corrected that. All right now, so the only woman that got the quality it is Maria Magdalene. We see every details over there in her. I went through and through, to and fro. I couldn't see no woman that suited this calling but her. So this how every daughters of Zion are to be for our husband in the new kingdom, okay? In the restored kingdom. We have it here already. So, a commentary now. The feed. How did she buy the feed? And what value, what was the plant in there she put in the feed she bought? Listen now, Luke 7, 37 through 38 or so. And behold, a woman in the city which was a sinner, when she knew that Yahushua sat at meat in the Pharisee's house, bought an alabaster box of ointment and stood at his feet, behind him, weeping, and began to wash his feet with tears, and did wipe them with the hairs of her head, and kissed his feet, and anointed them with the ointments. So what was she doing? Listen to part 1. I encourage you to do that. The feet is the rulership. So what was she doing? What was she bringing back? What glory was she bringing back, restore it back? First of all, the fallen kingdom. In fact, Maria is called for this purpose, to put everything. Through her, we got the restoration. Through her, every daughter of Zion glory crown as a wife, okay, noble wife for her husband, which is her husband crown. Through her, we get back our crown, our original call. Through her, Abaye will use her to restore it back unto us. That this is how we ought to be, because we lost our ministry. We lost our original calling. Right in Genesis 3, we now begin to help our enemy. But through Maria Magdala, Abaye want to restore it back unto us. Every criteria in Proverbs 31 woman found in Maria. Now, what was the feed she bought? Oh, Rabosinda Yabayaba, Orima Shantalabo, Rebo Santalabe. Simply put, she helped. Because she's a helper. She helped Abba Yahuwah. She helped Yahushua HaMashiach to bring back the word. To get back our position. Because where the body is destroyed, the head can prosper. When a woman becomes Jezebel in a marriage, your husband, you are in danger. She can even murder you. But if the woman is in her right mind, she have her mind correct, she have her sanity, she is focused on you, your home is going to be a paradise on earth. So this is what the devil stripped from us, took it away, okay, and perverted it for his wickedness. But through Maria Magdala, Abayewa restored. She is teaching. This woman is ministry powerful. I don't think people see her ministration. It is to restore back the office of a woman, because the woman threw that office away. In order for woman to get back this office, a woman also need to play that part. And that was the part she was playing. And she now began to use her tears to wash the feet. Because blessed is that feet that brought good news. Is your husband's feet a good news for you? It should have been. Your husband's feet should have been a good news for you. What was the good news? He put off you the garment of singleness, garment of lowliness. Okay? He took that away from you. He is the crown of your life. He is the glory and completement of your soul. He is the joy of your soul. But because of the wicked serpent, we are not seeing it that way anymore. Okay, we begin to challenge. You see, everything, this perfume is so expensive. She poured it on their feet. Because the feet of the first Adam is already crippled in Genesis 3. Serpent bite his feet. And the feet of the second Adam is also about to be beaten by serpent going to the cross. She helped Yahushua to redeem the world. No, she played a vital part. Oh my, what was that? In redemption. And this part is unique. It's about marital covenant restored back unto the daughters of Zion. It's about the office of a woman restored back. It's about the core of woman returned back to your husband, Fita. That was all she was just doing. Her total submission, loyalty. Wipe it with her own hair. And cleanse it. No, wash it with her tears. She didn't get ordinary water. And what? Her whole hair to wipe away and anoint it. Blessed is the feet. I brought good news. And this feet. As Maria washed the husband feet, every sons of the kingdom feet is also being anointed. It's only for you to just access it. And the glory of Yahweh is going to flow in your home. This is the feet she bought. In collaboration, she played a vital role in getting back the feet. Luke chapter 4, verses 5 through 7. Listen now to the devil who took the feet. And the devil, taking him up into an high mountain, shunned unto him all the kingdoms of the world. The feet simply represent the world. You can also see that one in Matthew 13. In a moment of a time, and the devil said unto him, all this power I will give thee, and the glory of them, for that is delivered unto me. And to whomsoever I will just give it. If only you will worship me, I'll give it to him. Where did he took it? He took it from the first Adam. But through who? Through the woman. So now, he said this woman of a noble character, a Proverb 31 woman, bought a field, and she not planted. You see what she planted? Woman needs to anoint her husband's feet. You see what she planted? Woman needs to submit to the rulership of her husband. So you see, what is feet? Feet is to rule. Woman needs to protect the feet of her husband for serpent bites, for serpent not to try that nonsense anymore. Woman needs to shade her husband's feet. Woman needs to guide her husband's feet. A woman is the bodyguard of her husband's feet. A woman is the divine protection of her husband's feet. And that is the office of a woman. Remain there and cleanse that feet. And make sure no stay enter that feet. And we know feet is the most dirty part of the body. Woman, that is your office. Reduce yourself to that level and let the man rule. That is total submission. And give it all to the feet of the husband. And say, this is my office eternal. I will never dare raise my head against you. Equal level, never, no more. I remain in this lower part of you. This is the smallest and lowest part of you. And that is where my office is now. I will never dare speak a word. And my head is going to remain at your feet. It's my office. It's my office. It's my office. So that is how this is the feet she bought. In collaboration, she joined Messiah to redeem the world. And the key of this office is already been given unto her. It's only for you and I to access it and give it to the man, because that is why you will exist here on earth. Matthew chapter 30, verses 44, the feet is also read there. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hide in a field. The treasure is here, it's not in heaven. And the sum of the treasure, that is what I'm revealing unto you. Where is it? Treasure hide in the field, which when a man hath found, he hadeth, and for joy, therefore goeth and selleth all that he hath, and buyeth that field. And Yahushua bought the field through his blood. And the woman also in collaboration joined him to buy the field. That is the field she bought and plant in. Woman office that was being uprooted in Genesis 3. That is what she planted. She considered a field and bought it and plant vineyard, whatever. I will be sure of that, because that plantation was being uprooted in Genesis 3. That was why I said, don't give the pearls to Matthew 7:6. Don't give. Oh no, what was that? Let me be sure. Oh, I missed it. Yes, sir, don't give what is holy unto dogs and pig. Okay, don't do that. So the sample was dog and pig. That was why he rent it, and he now turned against the woman. He destroyed the woman's office completely, utterly. And this was Maria Magdala represent, only for you to come into this place and assess it for your husband. You can do better. If you cannot even get all 100%, at least you can get 30 to 40% for now for this corrupt kingdom. You can still give it to your husband. Like I said, 99.9% women here on earth, wife, mix their original call. They missed it for feminism. All right, we are back to Proverbs 31, verses 16. You see, she considereth a field and buyeth it with the fruit of her hands. You see, the fruit of it was the ointment, the very expensive perfume. They said it's a full year's payment. Year's payment. John chapter 12 have the answer. That perfume was so expensive, and she now used it to anoint. That is the anointing that breaks the yoke of serpent away from women office. This is how she consider a field and buy and plant a vineyard. She now plant it again, that original core of woman into this very earth again. It's only for you to access it. Why? Because she is a woman, Proverbs one that feareth Yahweh. Now 17. She girt her loins with strength and strengthen her arms. Her arms is her husband. When you read the woman, no proverb woman never talk about herself is laboring. Who is she laboring for? Her husband. This is the original call because you only exist because of him. Listen to part one. That one we established powerfully. Okay. Yehoshua is the arm of Abba Yehovah. And the Messiah, the husband is the arm of his wife. 18 now. I'm going to blend it both together. 18. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out by night. Do you know what night is? Storm. Where the wicked witches and wizards, they are flying over your marriage. How to destroy, how to bring it down. But your light, does it go out? What is light? Anointing. What is light to see? What is light? It's on. It doesn't off it. That is, you are still fire. I bet you want to say I prefer it to be cold or hot. Light is over there. The foolish virgin, this the light that we don't have it. That they not begin to live in darkness. Light of the world. Just her, for her, it never go out. For her husband. This only for her husband, not for herself. And not also for Yahuwah, but only for her husband. Did you get that? So that's a commentary for this one also. So what are we saying? This is the characteristics of Proverbs 31 woman. And this is the offices of all women. This very lifestyle you should have lived for your husband. You are only here to preoccupy your soul, spirit, and body for your husband. Nothing else. Nothing else. What is perceived? That is discernment. Spiritual smelly discernment. And she not smell all this that I'm doing. And she will check her husband. Her husband is smart. She will say, hey, oh, this guy, he loved the part I'm playing. He know I understand. Then she perceived. So I'm going to be doing more. I'm going to be doing more. This guy, I'm going to be doing more because I know my office. She perceived that whatever she's doing for this guy, her husband love it. Therefore, she keep on putting fire. It said her light never go out in the night, even in the storm. Even in the storm could also be, see, the light will stay on. All right, a commentary for this. Luke chapter 10, verses 41 through 42. And Yehoshua answered and said unto her, Martha, Martha, thou art careful and troubled about many things. But one thing is needful, and Mara hath chosen that good what part, which shall not be taken away from her. Now listen, how did she consider it? It said she perceived that her merchandise was good. This business I'm doing for my husband is good though. This husband business is really, really good. Nothing's going to take that. Now it simply means summertime, storm, okay, trouble, affliction. But still, she stand tall. Now, what was the trouble? Distraction somehow can come from family. Martha was so preoccupied with natural things. that is not even needed at all. There is a time for that, and there is a time to hear the word of Yahuwah. There is a time to study the heart of your husband. Martha missed that. So now that she has already distracted, she also wanted to bring a madness, okay, to distract the very one that is so busy for her husband. Then the husband now rebuked her and said, come on now. Only one thing is needful. And Maria has got that good word part. And the Proverb 31 verses 18 said, she perceived that her merchandise, my business is really good for my husband. That is good. That is the good part. To keep on laboring. Nothing break your focus. Nothing break your prayer life, your fasting, your prayer life for your husband. In the night, her candle never go out. When the storm come, darkness wanted to rule, but the light was still fire. The love of her husband never go down for anything, whether family problem, friends problem, problem of the world, the problem of the storm, problem of the rain. She keep focused, nothing break her focus. Why? Because she perceive it already. What I'm doing, this guy love it, and nothing is gonna stop me. I don't care what people is saying. This is the calling of the daughters of Zion. In fact, this is the calling for women for their husband. But 99.9% women missed their recall. So let's see some part of the night. Mark chapter 16, verses 1. Oh, for gospel says so. But I want to read from this. And when the Shabbat was past, Maria Magdala and Mary, the mother of James and Salome, and bought sweet spices that they might come and anoint him. Mariam is the leader. So what they want to anoint dead body. Maria was still in need of that dead body. Even though it's good for nothing now. Even it's going to be stink now. Now, this man, I beg, you are total off. Now. But she want to spice it up. She want to spread perfume. She want to anoint it. Oh, everything about this man is dead now. But she said, sorry, that is for you. Not me. That is the night. He said her candle never off in the night. In the night, it never goes off. In the night, when judgment comes, she never log out. When temptation comes, no way. Even when everything is dead in her husband, she don't care. I want to perfume it. I want to spice it up. I still need it. Is that body, give it to me. I still need it. I want to anoint the dead body. You can see it as a dead person. You can see it as a irrelevant person. But for me, it's my life. This is the heart. In fact, this is a husband, my dead woman. I just need him. Okay, that part is dead. It's your business. So for me, I need that. Is her love for her husband never go down. I will do this message again because I have so much in the night. I like to keep fire. No one were able, whether family problem, from the side of the father, from the side of the husband, or from the side of the woman, no one were able to quench her love for her husband. That place, okay, you see it is very sticky. That is your problem. Okay, he's dead now. Okay, he's in the grave. It's your problem. But I want to spice that grave up. I want to puff it. I want to anoint it. And it will come back alive again. That is all I know. What have you seen in life? I see them all in Facebook. Their husband is right. Their husband is left. Especially when man lost a job. Now it's like all his body is like it's being poured pepper. All his body is like it's being broken. He's having pains all over him. And this, foolish women that lost their original calling, that is where they will keep tormenting that man. So with that hunger, so will murder their wife because you don't study his heart. You don't feel his pain. You are adding more problem to him. He's down now. He needs your pet. He's down now. He needs your support. He's down now. He needs your perfect place. Can you spray me up? You will say no. This is your smelly rotten stick. Everybody will hear it. Everybody will know about it. They will keep narrating themselves. 99.9% of women missed their original calling from heaven. Your original call, it is to stand night and day by your husband. In good times, be there. In bad times, be there. Night hour, be there. Don't quench that light. This is what Proverbs 31 woman means. Not for you to be claiming the letter, and you don't look into the spirituality. You call yourself a virtuous woman. You are blaspheming, eh? You are blaspheming the word of Abba Yehovah. Stop it. Yahweh gave Proverbs 31 verses 20. We jump 90, okay, for the sake of time. I will redo it again when I start doing live video. They will touch on every single verses that carry huge glory for women. 20 now. She stretched out her hand to the poor. Yea, she reacheth forth her hands to the needy. Okay, what is this? We have a commentary, and you'll get that clear. All right now. Matthew 25, verses 31 through 46. So let me quickly chip this in. It said, this is a woman that understands her husband's vision. This is the woman that is working in collaboration with her husband. She don't have no vision of her own. Now, Yahushua, okay, should that gonna be, yeah, okay, let's read. Because this woman also extend her hand to the poor people. Okay. Now that we are still ready, you see, only one verse speaks about her husband. 34. Then the king will say to those on his right hand, come, you who are blessed by my Father, take your inheritance, the kingdom prepared for you since the creation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I drop it over, you can keep reading. So now I take it down to Maria, because she only got the criteria. Now he said I was hungry, and Maria did that also according to Gospel of Mary Magdalene, chapter 4. I read it. She begins this spiritual food, this New Testament mission. She begins it. In fact, in earlier days, still in the first century of Yahushua's ascension, Yahushua gave her a title of apostle to the apostles. She is the overall of all apostles. That was a title by saying the risen king. And the food our soul longed for, resurrection, the risen king. Woman accessed that glory. Woman got that vision. Yahushua gave it unto her in restoration of you and me, and to glory in it before our husband. And she now gave it to the man and said, this is how I saw it too. Is raising. And even when the Pharisees were still breathing out brutality against the disciple, all of them shocked themselves inside the room. Maria was the one, according to the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, chapter 4. She was the one who said, come on now, our Messiah is with us. He promised never to leave us nor forsake us. Let's go and preach the gospel. She pushed them all out. She began the New Testament message. She was the one who started it. Now, the title she was having, see in the first century, century, was apostle to the apostles. Now, what happened? Catholicism removed that title. That title was there until Catholicism came into power. This year, Christian, they removed it and said woman cannot carry such glory. Woman is not allowed to carry such glory. They remove it. Okay? So, because she fed the poor, our soul was longing for spiritual food. She gave it unto us. Now, let's apply it to our own side. How are you going to be extending your hand now? Your husband, family, anyone that is not saved, spiritual food, physical food needs to be given. We are digging into spirituality, not the physical that is here. You eat it, that just it's waste. He also said, long for the food that lasts for unto eternity, not the perishable food. I'm not digging into this because of perishable food. No, the spiritual, the unperishable. I was hungry. Many of our people is hungry, and we are not giving out the truth. But as I'm passing out the truth today, it is to feed their spiritual hunger, that empty vacuum, empty place in them. It is to reach out to it. They are hungry spiritually. Okay. Now, your husband family, the people around you, outside, friends, your both side, they are poor. When they are poor spiritually, you need to give the food. That is a woman that fear Yehovah, which is the Proverbs 33, 31. Woman, she fear Yehovah, okay? She give out spiritual food. That is digging into the truth of Abba Yehovah and fed the hunger. Christian is so hungry. The whole world is so hungry. But we are putting out now until Yahushua come to publish it, then the world will be fed. The one he needs. So all this information, put it together, apply it to your husband. It's gonna be heaven on earth from part one and part two. More is still on the way coming. We have one also tomorrow. Proverbs 31, verses 21. She is not afraid of the snow. Just put your finger in there. For for all her household are clothed with skylight. Huh? So for you to know this is about spirituality. So what does this have to do? Somebody will just go and carry red cloth, scarlet cloth, and use it to cover the whole family. And when winter comes, she's not afraid. Okay, can you assess this one? Process this one. Let me hear it. What is the spirituality? No, okay. First of all, take it to physical. It's useless. It makes no sense. But dig it out to spiritually. It makes a spiritually. It makes eternal glory, deliverance, cleansing, purify effort. So let's do it together. So what is the snow? And what is the scarlet? Why is she not afraid? What is that? Because she have done her whole hard work. She have done her whole job. So she relax when winter comes. So let's see the nature of scarlet and also the snow. The very one she's not afraid of. Matthew 26, let me put it out very clear now. The woman, again, Maria Magdala, did the works of the high priest as the helper. She played this very role, powerful, that without this there is no cross. In the day of Yom Kippur, Leviticus chapter 16, a high priest, Aaron, needs to lay his hand on the heads. Okay, I'm talking about the character because our Messiah is not a goat. On the heads of Azazel goat and confess all the sins of the camp of Yisrael upon the head of that goat. Azazel goat will carry that sin into the wilderness. I take now the character. Maria lay her hands upon the head of Messiah and confess every one of our sins upon Messiah. And Messiah took it down to Satan, is the Azazel goat, and said, carry your property. Because you throw this on them, I give it back to you. And without this, there wouldn't have been no cross. She have done her house job. She have done her homework. Oh no. Listen. Matthew 26, verses 6 or so, yeah, through 13. While Yahushua was in Bethany, in the home of a man known as Simeon the leper, a woman came to him with a alabaster jar of very expensive perfume, which she poured on his head as he was reckoning at the table. This is where she lay hands. Maria put her hands on Messiah's head and anointed his head. It's awesome. So, what part are you playing in your husband's life? When the disciples saw this, okay, the strato, I don't want to read their own. Their own is so irrelevant. That we're talking about the Paul is Judas, the thief, 12. When she poured this perfume on my body, she did prepare me for my what? Burial. I tell you the truth. Wheresoever this gospel is preached throughout the world, what she has done will also be told in memory of her. This is Proverbs 31, woman, people. You can also access this to your husband. So what was the scarlet? This is the scarlet. That is the work of redemption. So take it down to Proverbs 31. So what did this woman do? This woman, every person, her household, every single one in there, she fed them with the truth of salvation. She have already secured them for eternal salvation. She have already secured them and said nothing will break this one out of my family. This one, they are well secured. And she locked the door. And Yahushua re-echoed something like that. John chapter 6, I think 39. He said, all this one that my father has given unto me, I will lose not even one. And the woman used the scarlet. I'm going to be quoting the scriptures now because no room anymore. Oh, where is it? I read, okay, Leviticus 16, Matthew 27:28. Yahushua put on scarlet while he was doing the works of redemption. Numbers chapter 4, verses 8. In the temple, a scarlet rope is being spread upon the temple. You are the temple. I am the temple. Okay, for redemption. Now, Genesis 38, verses 27 through 30. A scarlet rope or thread was also tied in the hand of Zara, the very lineage from where Messiah comes, as a redemption. Joshua chapter 2, verses 18, excuse me. Rahab, a scarlet colored thread was also tied in the window as a sign of divine protection and redemption. That when we pass and destroy, or rather, when Abiyawa destroy Jericho, destruction can never come to you. It is simply security from judgment. That when Yahushua comes, all this one they are saved already. They would never face no judgment. So that is the no. What is no? That she's not afraid of. That everyone that come in contact with me, I have fed them powerfully with eternal salvation. What are you doing for your husband? What kingdom are you building? Matthew 24, verses 20. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. Listen now. So what month and what time do you guys know? Do you guys know it's summer, in winter? Yeah, summertime? No, you always get snow in winter. So what was the nature? What was he speaking of? Judgment. It's going to pit against the whole world. And this woman already felt everyone in the house and covered them with scarlet. And just relax and say, I'm done my own part. What was the part she did? That's what we are narrating over here. 21. For there shall be great what? Tribulation, such as was not since in the beginning of the world to this time. No, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days shall be cut short, there should there should no flesh be saved, but for the sake of the elect. Did you see? Terrible judgment. But this woman used scarlet and spread them all over her household and said, no way minus me and my household. So what are you doing for your husband? This is the characteristics of Proverb 31 woman. And this is what you should have been doing for your husband. I said 99.9% women missed their original calling from Yehovah. For what? Feminist. All right, now Proverbs 31, verses 22. She maketh herself coverings. Okay. Her clothing is link and purple. So, is this, are you not amazed how this author of Proverbs describing one woman? This is the woman. This is the king. This is the daughters of Zion. And this is a husband. This is a husband-minded woman. Okay, now the garment she wore. So that is why I put this picture of mine. This picture was done, I think, about how many years ago? 2012, about 9 years ago. So I don't blood my hair anymore, and I don't expose my body like this anymore. You see, but I didn't cover. I get dressed very well. Only that I should have put something to cover my hands and all that. Okay, nevertheless, I just put it because of the purple. Now I say our garment is this. So what is garment? Glory. What is garment? Glory. It's a garment of glory, light. So where did she get the garment from? What was the color of her garment was a purple? What is purple? Purple simply means royalty, early royalty. So what color? What gives you purple? Red and blue. The scarlet, covered with salvation. And the blue, heavenly royalty, Yahuwah. And she mix it together is the color. This is what give you purple. So royalty, Genesis 1:28. He said, let them rule. So this woman will bring back that kingdom, that once fallen kingdom. She brought it back again. The glory of a woman restored the throne. How can man be a king without no children? How can man be a king without no, yes, wife? No. So she is one of the color of the rainbow. Wife is one of the color. No, purple is also in the rainbow color. And that is her own color to feed the kingdom, to support her husband, to become a strong pillar for her husband, labored for her husband because she is a helper. So that is her color, purple. Early royalty also speaks of wealth. I don't make her wealthy. Her husband. Her husband. Yeah, Genesis 1 verses 28. It said, let them rule, both of them, king and queen. All right, and Proverbs 31 verses 23. Our husband, another second time we hear of our husband, is known in the gates when he sitteth among the elders of the land. You see our husband because he has already given her his heart. He just realized, and the wife is playing her part, and the husband is also playing her part. So, Yahushua said, Matthew 26 verses 30, he said, wherever in the whole world the news of the kingdom is being preached, he said, what Maria did for me will also be told in memory of her. Okay, the gate is Revelation 21, the four gates of the earth. Okay, it's named after the sons of Jacob, our Papa. Now, Proverbs 26 through 25 and 26, we are running out of time. Let me see if I will be able to put that also. Yes, 25 says, in days to come she will rejoice. And 26 says, she have the law of her mouth. The law in her mouth is to teach the daughters of Zion. Okay, Titus chapter 2, verses 4. And her rejoicing day is almost here. Matthew 19:27 through 29. Okay, and it said, many daughters have done virtuously, but just surpasses them all. This is the Queen of Queens. And all the daughters of Zion is going to be a virtuous woman for their husband, for the kingdom, the new kingdom to come. But now you can still at least get 3 or 4 characters from her in building your